Okay, so I'm back. Yeah, the condition we had where the engine would run and you could shift into any gear and there was no resistance. So I went ahead and I ended up splitting the tractor, and sure enough, what I found was the clutch disc. A lot of the organic clutch matter was in the bell housing here, and you can see on the ground all of it. There was literally handfuls. And if you look over here in the clutch disc, you can see that one side of it is completely wiped out. So that's how thick both sides should be. And this side is just, the rivets are all worn out. And so I split the tractor, which wasn't that big a deal. It was actually quite simple. The Ford makes it nice and easy. Undo the power steering lines. If you gain access, the two hardest bolts are these, but there's plenty of room to get them with the cabin intact. So it all went fairly well. I was by myself when I did it, so I rigged up a web sling around the tractor engine, and I used this bucket loader to hoist it up. The problem is this old loader doesn't have brakes, and the front half got away from me. That's why it's sitting at this funny angle. And so I'll pan back here, you can see there's the front half, there's the tractor, and here's all the tin work. So when I get around to it, I'm going to sand it all down, paint it. So I pulled the flywheel off. I'll get that machined and surfaced, and then we'll put it all back together. But I lucked out. It was simply the clutch disc. The dual power, the high-low, that planetary drive is located right there, that circle. And that's working fine. And you can test that by rotating this spline with your hand, and you can, the wheels want to move. So the dual power is not the issue. It was the clutch disc. And as I said, it's a fairly simple tractor to split. It took me about 3 hours. So the next video will be reassembly. I'm going to order all the parts tomorrow. And when I did the John Deere, that clutch with the slave cylinder, the throwout bearing, the rear main seal, it was almost 2,800 in parts. And so far, I think with the Ford, it's going to be probably around 500. The Ford's just a much more economical tractor. There's the rear main seal. And while I have it apart, I'm going to replace it. It just makes sense. Let's see, where does it go? The pressure plate, the throwout bearing. Looks like it's seen some heat. There's a lot of cracks and fractures on it. So there we have it. Let me back up here.